Welcome to your Region This Week. I'm Anandi Carol Woolery. In this episode, I'll look at Waterloo Region's only women's homeless shelter, the role that Family and Children's Services Foundation plays in our community, and immersive technology is back as Control V celebrates a grand opening. But first, here's a recap of the provincial election with Carla Fitzsimmons.
Thanks, Anandi. The blue tidal wave continues. Doug Ford wins his third majority government. The NDP remains the official opposition. But locally, nothing changed. The only difference is in Wellington-Halton Hills electoral district, Joseph Raczynski will be headed to Queen's Park as longtime MPP Ted Arnott retires. Waterloo Regional Police have made 3 more arrests in connection with a chop shop in North Dumfries Township. A Kitchener man and 2 men from Hamilton have been arrested and charged with committing offenses for the benefit of a criminal organization, possession of stolen property over $5,000, and trafficking stolen property over $5,000. And some sad news from Brantford Brant. Dr. Malcolm Locke has passed away. He served for over 2 decades as a medical officer of health and was currently serving as an acting medical officer of health for Grand Erie Public Health. A new Hamburg company has signed a new contract with its employees that will see significant wage increases. And according to Arcadian Projects, it has ratified a 3-year collective agreement with its employees, providing them with significant wage increase and benefit improvements. The new contract provides journey persons with over $10 per hour in wage increases, or 27% over the term. Arcadian Projects specializes in renewable energy efficient building systems across southwestern Ontario. There's a call out from Family and Children's Services of Waterloo Region. It's looking for volunteers to drive local youth to and from school as well as appointments. The organization also needs volunteers for other roles like family or youth mentoring and homework help. Waterloo Regional Council has extended its partnership with Neuron Mobility until 2029 to provide access to e-bikes and e-scooters for residents. This spring will mark the 3rd year of the program that helps give people low-cost, environmentally friendly travel options. A unique and tasty fundraiser in Brantford raises substantial funds for the Brantford Community Healthcare System. From November 2024 to January of this year, boxes of Toffee Fay chocolate were sold at Canadian Tire Brantford, with $2 from each sale going directly to the foundation. The campaign has raised over $31,000. The funds will play a crucial role in the purchasing of essential diagnostic imaging equipment. Stay connected with City News Kitchener. You will find what's making headlines here at home and around the world. Looking for traffic and weather information plus the latest prices at the pumps? Click on the tabs to find out. Watch, listen, stay connected with City News Kitchener. For more local sports stories, check out 519 Sports Online. Darren Stevenson and his team work to bring our community stories about local athletes. Visit 519sportsonline.ca.
Coming up, YWCA Cambridge is on a mission to address homelessness.
This shelter will be a little different in that it will operate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There will be built-in services here, so mental health and addiction counseling, housing supports.
Welcome to Lions TV Bingo. An announcement, we are now on Mondays. Yes, every Monday from now on, Lions TV Bingo is going to be here on Rogers, and we're off like a herd of turtles. Roll 29. 4 $500 prizes, one $3,500 prize, all the trivia you can imagine, and some of my bad jokes. We'll see you this Monday.
Hey, Gabe, we're supposed to be at City Hall.
We're gonna build it right here.
Yeah, sure. And give wetsuits to all the visitors?
No, on the water.
Hey, come on, we're talking about building something the size of 64 city blocks.
And there's no land left in Montreal.
So, get serious.
Listen, we'll build islands.
How? Dig up Montreal?
They're digging a subway, remember? You take it from there, and you put it here.
12 months and 25 million tons of fill later, St. Helens Island was reshaped and Ile Notre Dame was created.
Come on, we don't want to keep Mayor Drapeau waiting, do we?
Montreal's Expo 67. It would prove to be the most successful World's Fair of the 20th century.
Bless you.
YWCA Cambridge Emergency Homeless Shelter opened its doors earlier this week. It's a partnership between the local charity and Grace Bible Church.
This has been about 2 years in the making. When we decided that we wanted to do something for unhoused women in the community, we wanted to fully understand the scope of the issue, and so did some research ahead of time to take a look at that. We found that about 74% of the women experiencing homelessness in our community also experience gender-based violence on a weekly basis, so there was no safe place for them to go. And so we started the journey to open a space, and the region provided some operating funding for us in December of last year, and then we spent a significant amount of time trying to find a piece of land or a building to renovate. And in the meantime, Grace Bible Church came forward and said, we have a space in the basement if you'd like to, use this as a temporary space. And so for the last 3 or 4 months, we've been renovating. And so today is our open house, and we'll start to move women in on Monday. We know that 20 beds is not going to solve the problem, but we also know through the research that we did, especially with the Women's Housing and Homelessness Network, that for the best possible results, smaller shelters with built-in support. So this shelter will be a little different in that it will operate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There will be built-in services here, so mental health and addiction counseling, housing supports. We have a partnership with Langs, so there'll be on-site medical care 1 day a week for the women who are here as well. So they get to stay with us. I hope that this becomes their temporary home as we help them to move on to permanent housing. This has been such a passion project for our whole team. I'm really proud of the work that they did. But the other thing I think people need to understand is that this is just the most perfect example of what can happen when a community comes together. And this community has rallied around this project, and we have been overwhelmed by the support that we've been given to bring this project to fruition. So we will now refocus and start to look for either land or building for a permanent shelter here in Cambridge. We really tried to dig deep into what issues are impacting women and girls and gender diverse folks in our community and try to meet those needs. And housing was just one of those things. And the YWCA nationally is the largest provider of housing and homelessness supports to women across Canada. So we have had tons of support from our colleagues across the country to get this shelter up and operating. I think just a huge debt of gratitude to all of them for the kinds of support that they've given us for this project. We couldn't have done it without their support, and we are incredibly grateful. So thank you to all of them.
We had someone approached us and asked if maybe this space could be used for a women's shelter, and we began conversation. We were excited about the opportunity to be in the community because we've only been at the church, this particular church, for 5 years. So it's important to us to be a church, gospel church, but also to be in the community. And when this came up, we were very interested in the discussion. There were some hurdles that we had to work through, just in terms of insurance and things like that, but that all worked out, and they started construction. From our perspective, we're thankful for the work that YW does with just how they serve the community, how they serve women in particular, and so we just want to be a support to them. We want to be an encouragement to them. We want to be good hosts, but we also understand that the primary work is with the YW, so how can we support and encourage them? As a church, we want to pray, but we also want to maybe navigate ways in which some of our women can be an encouragement to women here. Respect, obviously, the work that's going on here and the care that's being taken, or the care that's being done. But I just think it's unique that a church and an organization like the YW can partner together to be able to serve, obviously, a significant, to understate it, a significant need in the community. I would say to other churches, first of all, it's invigorated our congregation. We are just excited about the opportunity. We are excited to provide space within the community because we know space is a premium these days. And then I would encourage churches that have buildings to consider creative ways in which they might donate a portion of their building to the community and use that to say there's opportunities to work together, even though we may have our differences. But I think that's what community is. We have our differences, but we work together. And as we've learned, especially in a downtown space, real estate is everything. So we're just thankful to be able to take a portion of our building and have it used for the community. There are challenges, and from a church's perspective, historically, churches have been a voice in those challenges, and I think in recent years, the churches have stepped back, and this gives us an opportunity to say that churches don't want to huddle in the corner, but they want to be part of the community, and say there are significant needs, and is there just a small portion that we can do? And then if other churches or other organizations each do their small portion, it becomes a bigger advantage for the community. And we just, to serve the community is just an incredible privilege. I want to just thank Kim and her team. They've done a tremendous amount of work. They've overcome significant obstacles to be here. And just the respect that I have for the YW, Kim, and what they're doing here. And it's ultimately not our story today, it's YW's story, so we want to honor that, and we want to be able to just encourage them, because this took a lot to get to its place.
This is a brain in urgent need of mental health care. But because 3 out of every 4 Indigenous people experience racism in healthcare, she may not get the help she needs. Become an ally. Rise above racism in healthcare.
Hi, I'm Stacey Bester, the host of Sweet Occasions here on Rogers TV. I'm so looking forward to season 7, where we're serving up both sweet and savory dishes. I hope you'll tune in and enjoy all of the flavors that we have for you. And don't forget to make every day a sweet occasion.
What a shot! NHL on Rogers TV.
Public transit, garbage pickup, parks and recreation programs, snow removal on your street. How can you stay informed about these and other important local services? Tune to City Council coverage on Rogers TV. See your community leaders at work on Rogers TV City Council coverage.
It's closing time, and you stayed out longer than you planned. So now you can't drive, and the buses have stopped running. You could always call your girlfriend. Or maybe your roommate? What about your best friend? You could just dial 1-888 Taxi Guy or use the Taxi Guy app. The call and the app are free, and they both connect you to a local cab company to bring you home safely. Visit ArriveAlive.org to find out more. Arrive Alive, drive sober.
In sports, highlights from the Rockets and Warriors game at the Allman Arena in Stratford.
Welcome inside the historic William Allman Memorial Arena for a crucial game in the Western Conference between the Strathroy Rockets and the Stratford Warriors. 2025 has not been an ideal start for the Rockets, currently sitting on the outside looking in and have yet to find a win on the road. However, it's not all doom and gloom in Strathroy. In the team's last 3 games, Lucas Laprise has found 6 points, including back-to-back games with a pair of goals, while the team has earned 5 out of a possible 6 points. For the Warriors tonight, Cole Lewis has caught fire with 7 points in his last 4 games. Lewis, a goal and a couple assists against Kamoka on Saturday in a 9-0 road victory over the Kings. Stratford has dominated teams in this building. In the team's last 5 home games, the Warriors are a perfect 5-0 and have outscored their opponents 19-3. Before tonight's game, the Stratford Warriors are recognizing their 2024 and 2025 billet families for their tremendous support. Without their commitment to the program, this season would have not been possible. Puck drop is coming up next on 519 Sports. And out they come on the left wing side. Quickly back, here's Long. Long, cross ice, what a stop, able to get it with the right leg. A great stop from Hayden Duncan, an early test as he joins the Rockets. Warriors now back the other way, into the high slot, good stop, bouncing follow-up attempt, and it goes wide. Great chance for Cole Lewis on the doorstep. Rockets able to find the loose biscuit as they push it in front of their own bench. 2-on-1 now, numbers for the Rockets, but a great defensive play. Right out front, trying to just poke it in, and finally the whistle blows. Still no signal as a mad scrum ensues right in front of McDougall. But it's Luko Janov right in front, just trying to push it home, but no goal going to be the call. Quickly ran out of real estate. Campbell there with it now. Campbell back down low. High slot the shot. Great stop. Is a good challenge and a great stop from the Strathroy netminder. Up of the far circle. Takes the shot, but that one goes wide. Stuckey can't reach, and now it springs a breakaway back the other way. Here's Schmidt. Schmidt on goal, trying to go 5-hole, but it's met by Duncan. As they battle for it here in the near wall, Green slides that one across. Quickly bouncing puck to the near side. Scores! On the power play, Caden Long, his 12th game in a Stratford Warrior uniform, will make it 1-0 Stratford. Here's Petrie. Petrie through the legs, the defenseman scores! Oh my, what a goal! Carter Petrie, absolutely filthy. 2-0 Warriors. Just pushed even further behind the goal by Cole Lewis and kept in at the line. Good active jump. The shot, kicked out, high slot, scores! On the power play, they do it again. Binder does it this time, his 11th of the season. And the Warriors running away with it in the second. It's 3-0. Battle out front as Payas puts his stick into the back of a Warrior player. Now the Rockets. Backhand pass near side. Hirsch, nice peed. Springs Laprie on goal, and a great stop as he's met by the netminder McDougall. Nice touch pass. Here comes Brown. Brown in. Lewis going to the goal. Follow-up attempt. Scores! Binder again. A big, juicy rebound. And his second straight makes it 4-0 Warriors. Lead pass, that one behind Marshall. He'll settle it down. Look out as Marshall stands up his man. A big check from Marshall. Skirton tries to slam on the brakes. Good chance. Dennis in the slot. Great stop, McDougall, as he flashes the leather late in this third period. The Stratford Warriors victorious on home ice. It's a 4-0 final. Binder a pair of goals, and if you're a KW Siskin fan, you could sigh a big breath as the KW Siskins will hold on to that 8th spot after tonight. The Rockets blanked 4-0 the final score, and for McDougall, it's a shutout tonight for his 19th win of the season. A 4-0 final tonight here at the William Allman.
For more local sports stories, check out 519 Sports Online. Darren Stevenson and his team work to bring our community stories about local athletes. Visit 519sportsonline.ca.
Still ahead, escape reality with the click of a button.
Hey everybody, it's Sean Ferfaro reminding you to tune in every Friday night at 6:30 for This Week in Rangers Nation. I'm going to have exclusive highlights and interviews with your Rangers players. I'm going to have Rangers alumni. We're going to talk to some of the coaches, and because it's me, we're going to have a little bit of fun as well. Every Friday at 6:30, everything you want to know here in our town. It's This Week in Rangers Nation right here on Rogers TV.
When I was diagnosed with Guillain-Barré syndrome, I was deteriorating in front of everybody.
All my life I lived with sickle cell. I went through a tragic crisis that put me in a coma for 3 weeks. While I was in there, I received a lot of blood to put me in a healthier state.
I was given the plasma then through IVIG. Even though that happened so long ago, it still has a massive impact on me today.
Thanks to donors, I can live another life.
Because of you, I will be seeing my grandchild.
To the rafters in the Edmonton Arena. Everyone is feeling the pressure on the Grabs as they await the American champs. Here's the Cleveland favorite Knits now, and boy, do they look impressive.
Look at their uniforms. I bet you could sure run in smart shorts like those. Not that. Look, world champs, my eye.
Grads, we don't play for glory. We play the game for the game's sake. So tonight, you're going to earn that title by playing your game. Teamwork, passing. Let's show them what it means to play the Grads.
The Edmonton Grads were champions for 25 years. The record of 502 wins and only 20 losses is unmatched in all of sport.
And finally for us, it's a return to reality. Virtual reality, that is. Control V is the world's first virtual reality arcade and returns to Waterloo Region. Our cameras visited the Cambridge location on opening night.
We've been around for 9 years. We're the first of this type of business in the world, originating from Waterloo, and now we've come to Cambridge to, bring it back. We were here pre-pandemic, but of course there was some casualties of the lockdowns, and so when the pandemic locked us down, they locked us down 100%. Zero revenue, but we had to keep paying expenses like rent, for example, at least until the rent subsidies came in. So rather than going into the corner and crying about it and saying, woe is me, we decided to buckle down and make the comeback greater than the setback. The nature of time always implies that you're going to be growing. At least you should, because if you're not, you're dying. So over the course of the pandemic, we revamped a lot of our operational procedures. We added some more content. We made it so the experience is way more welcoming and inclusive for every type of customer. I mean, a lot of people think that this is for the cliche 18 to 25-year-old male gamer, but we literally have all types of people. We've got senior citizens citizens coming in. We had our second marriage proposal last August in VR. We do corporate events. We're also huge with the autism community. I won't say that I know anything about the psychology behind it, but people with autism love virtual reality. If there's anyone that's looking to come to the Cambridge location, located at 800 Franklin Boulevard, what you want to do is you want to book online, because we do get busy. So go to www.controlv.ca and book for the Cambridge location. You'll be asked to fill out a waiver because some of this stuff can get intense, and then you'll come in and you'll enjoy some wonderful, wonderful VR. We make it so that everyone's comfortable. There's no need to be worried or afraid about anything. We've got over 200 pieces of content, so if you want to shoot zombies, we've got that, but if you want to swim with whales or hang out with gorillas or do some escape rooms, you'll find all of that in virtual reality at Control V as well. My favorite part is honestly seeing the reactions of people when they come out. I think the cliche answer would be it's the games, but really the reactions when people come out and they say, wow, that is incredible. I've never seen anything like that. I've never felt that. I need to do this again. I need to bring my friends, 5-star reviews across the board. I probably say one of my favorite games is this one called Pistol Whip. It's a rail shooter, and you got bad guys shooting at you. You got to shoot back at them. You got to dodge their bullets, and then of course it goes to music too, so you get a little dancing in there. But outside of that, I mean, we have such a large variety of games, right? The escape rooms here are incredible. Like a team of 4 have to make it up through, the air vents and the elevators to the top of a 5-story building to disarm a nuclear warhead, or you got to survive on a deserted island. We got swimming with whales, hanging out with gorillas, going to see the dinosaurs. It's incredible. My involvement with Control V is actually a long story, but I'm the founder and CEO. So way back in the day with some friends, we had another company working out of Hollywood in Silicon Valley that also developed technology, I should say, for optics to allow you to experience film in a different way. And after a number of iterations, moving from film to gaming, it was evident that virtual reality was now consumer ready. So what we did is we decided to pivot into VR and start a VR arcade. Now we were the first in the world, so nobody wanted to loan us money, nobody believed we could do this, but we just hammered down, exercised one of our core values of grit and moxie, and made it happen. We work with game developers around the world, literally almost every country, and they design them and they reach out to us, and we're very fortunate to have them reach out to us because we were the first in the world to do this. So we've built a reputation, we've been around for 9 years, and they go through a 26-step vetting process to ensure that you don't get motion sick, that there's replayability, that it matches every type of genre, and then we roll them out here. Right now we've got about 200, and we add probably a new game every month or so. I think one of the biggest things that I love the public to know is when you come into Control V, you will love it. You will have an incredible experience. You'll adore VR. You'll adore the customer experience.
That's our show for this edition of Your Region This Week. Thanks for watching. I'm Anandi Carroll Woolery. See you next time.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
Kitchener's perfect music mix is on Chime 96.7. So every song is someone's favorite song. On Chime 96.7.
Speed, grace, accuracy, excellence.
David cuts in, waits, tucks it home. A virtuoso.
Pure fire on ice. You know I'm here for it.
This is a perfectly healthy child. What's unhealthy